A KSL Sports Beat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Presented by SportsMedUtah.com.
But I promise you, we will be ready. We're going to be prepared, and everybody that travels down there is going to expect to win that game.
Yeah, hi there, everybody, and welcome to Game Night Live, week 3 of the high school football season in the books, and we had some crazy games this week. Let's get right to one of the best. Bingham in Las Vegas hooking up with the #1 team in the nation, Bishop Gorman. Things starting out rocky for Bingham. Bishop Gorman jumping out to a 13-0 lead after a Bingham turnover. Russell Booz gets in for the touchdown. But then this play changed the momentum in the second quarter. Cameron Smith gets it done on the ground, untouched, 45 yards. And that cuts the Gales' lead to 13-7. Next drive for Bingham. Here comes a fake punt. Complete. Down inside the 10. Keeps the drive alive and is capped off. Kyle Gehrig to Cameron Smith. Touchdown. Miners take a 14-13 lead. Second half, 17-13 Miners. Bishop Gorman takes the lead back right here. Snoop Dogg Kid, Porter Broadus. Touchdown. It's 20-17 Gales. Under a minute to play. Gorman has the ball but fumbles, and the Miners recover. Now a field goal could tie this thing up. Chaden Johnson, 47-yarder. It's up and it's good. We go to overtime. And in OT, Miners hold Bishop Gorman to a field goal. They need a touchdown right here to win it. Gehrig sacked. Fumbles. Ball game over. Heartbreak City in Las Vegas. Miners almost pull off the big upset of the #1 team in the nation, but they lose in overtime, 23-20. Okay, back here in Utah, a matchup of two offenses that need plenty of light bulbs for the scoreboard if they still use light bulbs. Jordan, #3 in our KSL coaches poll in 5A at Pleasant Grove. Vikings ranked 4th in our poll, both averaging over 35 points in their first 2 games. So, yeah, expect the scoreboard to be lit up. First quarter, Coleman Edwards finds the pylon right here. That's his second touchdown of the game. It's 14-0 PG. But you know he's coming back. Jordan, Austin Kafensis. A.J. Townsend, 11 yards, cuts the lead to 7. Second quarter, after picking off Kafensis, the Vikings will capitalize. Hayden Pettis, 19-yard touchdown. Pleasant Grove up 20-7. But Jordan, here they come. Kafensis going up top again. Deep this time, Nate Maurer, 50-yard touchdown. Jordan takes a 21-20 lead. 3 minutes left in the quarter. PG quarterback Christian Miller looking, and finding Edwards, and he'll do the rest. 2-point conversion is good. It's 28-21 PG. However, right before the half is finished, Kafensis. There he goes. A 63-yard run to close the half. They missed the extra point. 28-27 Vikings at the half. Third quarter, Jordan leading by 3 now. This is 4th and 20 for PG. Miller completes it to Jacob Doman. Somehow stays on his feet and goes in for the 38-yard touchdown. A 4-point PG lead. Now after Jordan answers with a 2-yard Kafensis run, Miller fakes. Finds Malik Overstreet. Touchdown. 377 yards passing for Miller to retake a 4-point lead. Ensuing Jordan drive, Daniel Loa. His second touchdown run on the night. It's a 15-yarder. Jordan retakes the lead, and then Kafensis will add to it. Takes it in for the 12-yard touchdown, his 4th of the night. Beat Diggers up 11 at that point. PG would score late to cut the lead to 3, but Jordan hangs on for the 3-point win. On the road, Kafensis, 6 total TDs, leading the way for the Beat Diggers. Battle of 2 unbeatens. Cedar, #5 in 3AA, traveling to Skyline. Skyline would score the first touchdown, but then Cedar would take over. Brecken Lewis connecting with Barrick Inglestead, 15-yarder. That ties it up at 7. Fourth quarter we go. Brock Oldroyd, he will plunge in from 3 yards out. 17 unanswered by Cedar. They improved to 3-0 with a big 17-7 win on the road. Roy looking to improve to 3-0, hosting rival Fremont. Second quarter, Royals up 7-0. Tyler Skidmore, the quick toss to Cody Hobbs, and he does the rest. That short toss turned into an 81-yard touchdown. Roy led 20-0 at one point, but Fremont would start to rally. Second quarter, Justin Shaw to Paxton Merrill, cuts the lead to 13. Fourth quarter now, Fremont still down 14. Shaw to Bowen Koenig. back of the end zone, cuts the lead to 7, but that's as close as it would get. Hobbs would get a crucial interception late, get their 3rd straight win over the rival. 27-20 is your final. Okay, last year, Taylorsville was 2-0 heading into Davis, wanting to prove that they could play with the best. The Darts shut them out a year ago. Last night, same scenario. Warriors 2-0, and once again wanting to make a statement that they belonged. And the Darts on their home turf last night, a game you watched live on KSL.com.
Game of the Week, brought to you by Hut 8.
Glad to have you aboard tonight. Beautiful night for football, a little breezy, but not too hot. Tyree Adams right up the middle. Tyree Adams going to the goal line. Touchdown, Tyree Adams, 19 yards for the Davis Darts. Fake the handoff this time. Mau Mau's got it, and Mau Mau loses the football, and now he kicks the football, and Mau Mau is in the end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Christensen fakes the handoff to White. Across the middle, nearly picked off, but then it's caught by Hayden Chisholm, and Chisholm is going to score. What a play by the Davis Darts. Christensen to Chisholm, 72 yards. We have come to the end of the first half, and it's been all Davis. Darts leading the Taylorsville Warriors 19-0. White in the backfield behind Christensen, and Mason White is in for the touchdown, and the Darts now piling on the Taylorsville Warriors. Christensen hands off to his running back, has some room, and he's got a lot of room now. Tyree Adams, he is going to the end zone, and Tyree Adams takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. And so that will do it in what Taylorsville was hoping to be a statement game for them. Anything but. Davis coming into Taylorsville and making a statement of its own, getting the win, shutting them out for the 2nd straight year. 33-0 is your final.
They are a good team, and they fight and they play every down. They play 4 quarters, and so we came in here with the mindset that we needed to go play 4 quarters, and that's what we did.
And it was good for our offense too, kind of get things going and everything. And it was also good for our D, to get a stop and get a shutout like this, not put any points on the board. So, it was a solid game for us. It was good for us.
So it turned out to be the same result as last season. However, if you remember back to last year, after that loss to Davis, Taylorsville went on to win a region title for the first time in 14 years. All right, elsewhere, Logan at Bountiful, and the Braves were shorthanded in this one. Their star running back, Yusuf Hamuli, out with a high ankle sprain. Logan would score 28 straight in the first half. Bountiful trying to catch up. Jake Lindsay connects with Larson Brooks. That's a 25-yard touchdown. Logan still led 28-14 at the half. They put it away right here in the 3rd quarter. Chad Artis turns on a short pass into a big game, or a big gain, that is, and a touchdown. Artis, the Utah State commit, had a big night, 3 touchdowns. Grizzlies get a big win on the road. Tim View fresh off a win in California, facing Alta at home. All T-Birds, Tristan Bradley. Big man running in for the touchdown, 7-0 T-View. Britton Covey then would get to work. That pass is hauled in by Jordan Espinoza, and that's a 65-yard touchdown. Now, if you can sum up the game for Alta, it'd be this play. This will do it. Covey, he's not going down. I called him a skeeter bug last year. He didn't seem to mind. Samson Akua, 47-yard touchdown. Thunderbirds get the win over the Hawks. 28-12 is your final. Harriman ranked 5th in 5A in our KSL coaches poll, hosting Hunter. Harriman already up 7-0. Hunter trying to keep pace. McKay Medlinger connects with basketball star Nora Tongai for the big game, but the drive ended in a missed field goal. Hunter driving again, but Harriman bringing the heat. Dylan Bennett forces the fumble. Cody Jarvis picks it up, and he's in for the touchdown. Harriman bounces back after the loss to Bingham with the big win. Salem Hills with one of the blue chippers in the state, Porter Guston, at Juab. But the Wasps have Nick Robbins. He's pretty good arm as well. To Dedrick Davidson. Keeps the feet in bounds. 7-0 Juab. Lead did not last long, however. On the kickoff, Jordan Taylor. I guess you don't want to kick to this dude. Takes it back, and he's gone 88 yards. And we are tied. Second quarter, here comes Porter Gustin. Being recruited as a linebacker, but he plays quarterback here. Finds Trevor Gasser, and Gasser turns on the gas, 42 yards, and that's a touchdown. Second half, now 21-7 Skyhawks. Gustin to Neil Davis. That's a 28-yarder. Salem Hills remaining undefeated. Jordan Taylor took another kickoff to the house, too. They face Timpview next week in a big-time showdown. Okay, plenty of highlights still to come, including one of the oldest rivalries in the state.
I love it when people tell me I can't. I love that. That fuels my fire.
And the story of Matt Beecher. You think you can't do something? Well, take a look at what Matt's doing. That story coming up next. And welcome back to Game Night Live. Davis Junior linebacker Matt Beecher was born without a left forearm. Well, that fact hasn't kept him from enjoying his passion, the game of football. By doing so, he is making his team better and showing other kids with similar disabilities that it doesn't have to keep them from realizing their dreams. Jeremiah Jensen has Matt's story.
I love it when people tell me I can't. I love that. That fuels my fire, you know.
Matt Beecher was taught at an early age that if he was going to achieve his goals, he had to work harder than everyone else.
If there's somebody that's equal to you, guess who they're going to choose to be on their team? It's the kid with two hands. So you got to be even better. He knows he has to be better than the next kid to kind of earn a spot in whatever he's doing.
He's embraced the challenge of competing in sports despite his disability. Basketball, track and field, golf, and his favorite sport, football.
It's the best. I love everything about football. I mean, every Saturday, I just sit down and watch college football all day. I love high school football. I love Davis football. BYU football is my favorite. I love the sport. I love the competitiveness. Everything about it is fantastic.
Matt brings that passion to practice every day. That's why he was the only junior chosen as a team captain for their season opener.
He's a kid that doesn't give up on anything, and so his effort is great every day. And so, you know, like today where it's hot and kids are tired, and then they see a kid like Matt Beecher just going after it, and they see him, and it's like, okay, I can see him doing it, and then I need to do it. And so he's a great example for us.
Let's go. His example has had a positive impact on his teammates. It's pushed them to be better.
He never makes excuses. If you ask him if he needs help or whatever, he's like, no, I got it. I can do it. I can do it. He never doubts himself, and he works hard. And that's Matt Beecher. He's just a hard worker, an example to all of us. So he's inspiring to me, and he's been a friend to me for a couple years now.
He's just grown into himself and accepted himself for who he is and embraced who he is.
I don't look at myself with having one hand. Honestly, sometimes I have to look down and realize I have one hand. But, you know, I've been accepted by this team, accepted by the coaches, and I just go out and play my hardest and try to do my best.
One of his best moments was last season, playing linebacker for the Davis sophomore team.
Well, the funny part was the week before versus Hunter, I dropped a pick, so I got crap all week. I was like, oh man, I got to get it this week. So when it finally came, there was a big pile in the end zone and just this feeling of relief but joy, and it was awesome.
To see him do something that is somewhat ordinary for somebody else, there's an extra special feeling that he's able to go out and do it just like anybody else.
That's how Matt wants to be seen, just like everyone else. But he understands the impact his story can have on other kids with similar disabilities.
The big word that's been thrown around lately is inspiring. You know, that's not my goal, is to inspire, but if it comes along, then that's fantastic. But I'm just trying to go out there and play the game I love, and if I inspire people along the way, you know, that's good. I'm glad I can do that and help other people.
All right, Jeremiah, thanks for that great story. And Matt, way to go. Hey, the state's longest uninterrupted rivalry taking place last night, 94th meeting of Bear River and Box Elder. And as one who has played in this rivalry, it means everything with only 2 schools in this county, and that was 32 years ago, but it still means everything. Second quarter, Bear River up 3 until Casey Stevens for the Bees will take it in from 13 yards out. Bees up 4 at the half. Third quarter, Riley Burt turning on the burners. 58-yard touchdown run. Box Elder now up 21-13. Fourth quarter, Connor Udy, one of his 2 TD runs. Bees up 21. Bear River would score 2 fourth quarter touchdowns including this 26-yard Gage Kaneko run, but Boxeller would hold on to retain the Golden Spike. 35-24 is your final. Another 5A school making the trip to St. George, Lehigh at Pineview. Panthers dominate with quarterback Kobe Wilstead. Hit Steve Bangerter for the one of his 2 touchdowns. Wilstead, 3 passing TDs, 368 total yards. Pineview's defense would shut out the Pioneers for the most part, except for a special teams play. 41-7 is your final. Pineview with the win. Couple games on Thursday night. Duchesne, after 48 straight wins, losing its second straight 20-8 to Carbon. Now Carbon, former Cougar defensive end Jan Jorgensen, his first year as head coach, has the Dinos 3-0. The other game on Thursday, Northridge at Highland. Both the Rams and Knights coming in at 1-1. First quarter, Highland's Thomas Pembroke fighting his way to the end zone. 7-0 Rams. Thomas, 108 yards rushing on the night. Final play of the first quarter, Jake Boren comes in with the old left hand, blocks the punt. Andrew Parkin picks it up. It's a 14-0 Highland lead. Northridge on the board a couple of minutes later. Ben Jackson will punch it across. Cuts the lead to 14-6. Fourth quarter now, the other Pembroke, Thomas's little brother James. Nobody even close to catching him. Highland, 253 yards on the ground, and the Rams get the win on Thursday, 28-6.
Prime Time Performers. Brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse.
Okay, our first primetime performer goes to the Harriman defense. They were downright rude host to Hunter, giving up only 14 net yards on 17 carries. That's about 0.8 of a yard per carry. That allowed the Mustangs to run away with the 34-6 win. Royce Tyler Skidmore, 18 for 118 for 20, 297 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Royals moved to 3-0. With the 7-point win. He's not 18 for 130. He was 18 for 30. That's a typo. My bad. But you get the drift. Austin Kafensis makes another appearance in the primetime performers. We tried to keep him out today, but how could we? 32 carries, 227 yards, and another 185 passing. Kafensis responsible for 412 of Jordan's 628 yards of total offense. And we also have to add Pleasant Grove quarterback Christian Miller, 377 yards passing in that loss to the Jordan Beat Diggers. When we come back, the highlight reel. Well, we had plenty of crazy ball games this past week, high scoring and a few overtimes in week 3. So, time to warm up the projector and start the highlight reel.
Highlight reel. Brought to you by Southern Utah University.
We will be ready. We're going to be prepared, and everybody that travels down there is going to expect to win that game.
Best Dressed of the Week. Brought to you by Mr. Mac.
Hey, this year we're teaming up with Mr. Mac to find the best dressed student in Utah. Here's how it works. Take a picture of yourself in your best dressed outfit. Of course, that's left to your interpretation. Post it on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag game night spirit. You can follow at Mr. Mac Suits to check out what's trending. And if we pick you as the best dressed, you will win a $50 gift card from Mr. Mac. So come on there, people. Let's see your best dressed outfits, and let's give you $50 from Mr. Mac. All right, that does it for us this week. Week 3 is in the books. Let's do it again next week for Week 4. Should be another great week of high school football. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.